And I'm joined this morning by Roy Maxted from the band Days on Land. Roy, how you doing today?
I am marvelous, Alex. Thanks for having me on this beautiful early Manitoban morning where the snow's just dusted here up in Churchill, Manitoba, yeah.
Absolutely. We got a little bit of flurries out here ourselves in the Pas. But yes, Roy is from the band Days on Land. He's the lead singer, songwriter, and guitarist from this Churchill-based band. To start things off, Roy, why don't you tell us about yourself? Tell us about the band.
Well, I mean, myself, Joe, Jeremy, and Eric up here in Churchill have a band called Days on Land. I've been writing songs for the last sort of 8 to 10 years that I've been up here in the north, and after a first solo album of mine that I recorded just acoustic style, all original songs about the north, my first impressions up here, we decided this time let's get the locals together and the musicians and create our own first recording band from Churchill in pretty much a generation since this has happened. These songs came together. They're all stories about certain aspects of the north, the wildlife, to the stories that you don't really hear about when you come for a quick visit. But us up in the north, we live this stuff, so we wanted to share more of an in-depth story through song, and that's our album. The album's called Tales from the Shallows. And we recorded it right here in Churchill. We had a producer come up here and turn our theatre into a makeshift recording studio.
That's awesome.
There's guitars and drums and the harmonica and piano, accordion. So it's kind of folk rock. There's a sort of a sea shanty kind of feel to some of the songs. Some of them are just good, hard-hitting rock songs. And we just launched the album on the 24th of October, so it's out there for the North to listen to and see what you think of the new band from the North. I know I sound like probably the most southern accent you've ever heard from Australia, but I've been welcomed up here, and we're all having a great time with this band so far. So thanks for having us on to talk about it.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's always exciting seeing bands right here from up in the north in Manitoba. It's always amazing. And you yourself, as you just mentioned, you originally came from Australia. So the fact that there's something that's so fantastic about the north up here that you stayed. Like, how long have you been out here in the north?
I think it's coming up to about my 9th year. And that's probably literally because we're right in the thick of bear season right now. Where the thousands of people from around the world are right here in Churchill looking at polar bears and the aurora and going dog sledding. And I came in 2017 just to work for a season for a few weeks, and it turned into like a forever decision for me, really. Now I'm a Canadian citizen, and we've got a life here. It's awesome. I just love the change in the seasons. And the opportunities that you get in a small town, and in the north, it's quiet, but it's also got a draw where people do want to come here. So we get it ebbs and flows with the energy up here. It's beautiful when it's nice and quiet, but it's nice to have the energy and the uniqueness of people wanting to come here to see what's up here in Churchill.
Yeah, absolutely. And now they have something even more awesome to see in the form of you guys performing. I know you just finished performing a gig recently out at the Harvest Moon Festival, and you're actually currently planning, if I'm not mistaken, a tour across northern Manitoba. Can you tell us anything about that and what's coming up with it?
Absolutely, yeah. We were invited to play at the Harvest Moon Festival. I've never heard about it because everything's quite new to me in Canada. I spent most of my time up here in Churchill, so I'm learning about these other festivals that are happening. But the Harvest Moon Festival, we were invited there, and Jeremy, our keyboard player, was like his dream come true because he grew up down there in Manitoba, and so did our drummer, and that was just a great experience. We told our stories, through our songs and all about Churchill, and everyone was, hey, I know Churchill, I was there in 19, whatever, and it was just fantastic. And so, what we're going to do now is we're going to tour our band, tour our songs, but we thought, let's do it for the North at least first. These songs are written about the North, and they're really for you guys in the North. They're going to recognize the subjects more than other people, so let's really give it back to where it was inspired by. And so we are planning to do our gig, Churchill, Thompson, the Poor, Flin Flon, and we'll look at what else we can add there. And we'll try to skip down to Winnipeg and show them what we're made of down south as well. But it's going to be like a north to north tour, supported by Imagine Northern, which is this new network of the communities in the north. So that those are these arts communities coming together so that we can have a person in every town that is currently getting trained in different things to do with the arts, so we can engage those champions as we go around. And we're going to do workshops. We're going to do podcasts. So we're going to come to the towns that we're quite familiar with. I've been to Thompson and the Poor and Flin Flon a whole bunch of times. So we're going to talk to the artists in the towns. We're going to have a local band or artists like open for us. We'll make it like a real northern tour for the north, by the north, that kind of thing.
Awesome. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe when you guys come on down here to the PAW as part of that tour, I can get you in, all four of you here in the station. You yourself, Joe, Jeremy, and Eric. It would be awesome to have you all on, talk about the experience with the tour and what's going on. Of course, thank you for coming on today. Super excited to see what's coming up with that tour. Hyped to check out your album that just released. Myself hadn't realized that it was already out, so that's really cool. Tales from the Shallows by Days on Land. For anyone who wants to check out this folk rock music in stories about the North through this music. Absolutely amazing. I love folk music. I love rock music, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. Is there anything else, Roy, that you really just wanted to touch on and mention today?
I just wanted to thank you for having us on, because, as everyone knows, up here in the north, having like a virtual audience and for people to pick us up and put us on platforms like this is important, because, we've only got one or two places to play in town. So it's nice for us to share in the way that we're doing right now, We've made a music video. That's a really fun thing. If you want to see what it's like in Churchill, you want to see us, check out the music video that we made for our single, Bear 33, and that's a really cool story too. So yeah, check us out on all the streaming and all the social media. We're trying to post enough to get everyone sort of to know a bit about us when they search for us. So yeah, Days on Land, the music video, listen to the album, tell us what you think, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you again very soon, and the tour is going to be in next May.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you so much. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Have a great day.